We are live. What it do? What it do? I'm just playing around on the computer, uh, with the logo, seeing what happens because I have over. I know you guys might be able to see it once I upload this, but there might be something on the right hand side on one of the sidebars. With the website, and then here I have the logo. Just doing different things, playing around, trying to learn something, all that good stuff. So all good. So we talked about the Chiefs earlier. Um, it is what it is. Like I said before, it is what it is. I had to go because I had somebody call in. They wanted to talk to me. So yeah. If you didn't know, we're doing a challenge at Muscle Brigade. We are doing Outrun Muscle Brigade, which is I've got three contestants, and I said that I was going to run it with one person, 100 people, or zero. So I ended up getting three, and um, what that is you have to outrun me, or outwalk me, outjog me, outbike me, whatever the mileage is. I think if we do it in the future, we'll limit it to one. Like, hey, outbike me. Hey, uh, run me, outjog me. If I say run, then that's going to count for the treadmill and the walking and or jogging, running on the treadmill. So, but for this time, any of them count. That's in the gym. You can go 10 minutes on one, 20 minutes on one, and then jump to the next one. You can do 5 miles on one, jump to the next one, do 5 miles, jump to the next one, do 5 miles, and jump to the next one and do 5 miles. I have a rower, elliptical, treadmill, and bike. So you could potentially, if you wanted to do 5 miles on each, have 20 miles a day. So I think the highest person right now has 25-ish miles, and I say ish because it may be a little less or it may be a little more. I haven't totaled them up yet. And then Muscle Brigade, I believe, right now is in second with around 14, 15-ish. So I really need to just buckle down and do it because I can't make it easy for somebody to beat me. Um, and what they win if they beat me is they win a free gym membership for the month of March. Um, yeah, so they paid $10 for the entry fee. They get this month in there for $10, and then next month will be whoever wins it. They get another month, so essentially you're getting 2 months for $10. I am in the process of working on something for the actual gym members that want to maybe compete into something to win a. I haven't decided if I want to do like a free pre-workout, a free creatine, a free T-shirt, or a free gym membership. Um, I'll figure it out. And then my next thing is I talked about this in October and November. Is in December I was going on Saturdays. I was going to do a session with like intro to weightlifting. I have not done that yet. Partly because I got suckered into coaching a third grade basketball team. Um, I didn't want to do it a little bit is because I didn't have a kid plan on it. But my brother asked me, and I said sure. So I've been coaching third grade basketball, and our games are on Saturday. So I was like, well, let me wait till after basketball season to get this in the works. I started, um, how do I say that? I started developing what I wanted to go over, and I want to start that probably in February. I mean, in March. Saturday from 10 to 12, come in, get a class, and afterwards we will put what we learned, what I talked about, into progress. On how to do the deadlift, on how to squat properly, on bench press, using dumbbells, and all those. It's not going to be all one class like that. All those will be split out. So I'm looking at doing something like that, and that's for any. I'm going to make that for any junior high school student wants to come in and learn a little about lifting that maybe will turn into a passion that you like to lift, or you want to get bigger, or whatever the case may be. I do that for a lot of different reasons. One, maybe you will start to understand the way the body works and understand how to lift, so you will be able to put more muscle on, or have more mind muscle connection than what I did when I was your age. And that's, I've always said, the reasons I wanted to own the gym is because there's a lot of kids. I feel like we're in 2025, and it's no different than 1995 when I was in school. It's I didn't know what I was doing when I was in the gym, not like I do now, with all the mentorship that I've gotten in the gym, with all the research that I've done, with all the people that have helped me. I said, let's focus on getting these kids the knowledge that they need. It's not going into the gym and putting 300 pounds on the squat bar, and you go a quarter of an inch down, you're like, man, my max is 300. Or putting 300 on the bar and going a quarter of the way down and repping it out 6 times. That's not what I'm here for. I tell everybody that I've designed a program for, it's not about the weight. Because when I first give you your program, it's a 4-week program, and it's going to be anywhere between 3 sets to 5 sets. And it's going to be a lot of reps. And the purpose of that, and this is what I tell them, the purpose of that is I'm building a foundation. Per se, not me, but you're building a foundation. I want you to do this program so that you build a foundation. It's building a foundation. It's like building a house, right? You have to have a foundation for the house to stay upright. Because if I just put the walls up and the roof and all that, if my foundation is not stable, if I just build on a hill, if this is the hill and I'm building here, like I have to have something supporting this. So the foundation is going to be your strong point. The foundation is um, the reason I say so many reps, and I say in between 3 and 5, because most of the time, especially if you haven't been in the gym, I'm going to put you on a 3 sets of 15 reps. I want that foundation there to help your, not just your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments. The 3. I'm I'm a big believer on foundation. That's going to get you stabilized. And then after that 4 weeks, I may keep you at a 15. If we're only doing 3, I'm going to be like, you were doing 3 about where I wanted you to, so now we're going to move up to 4 sets. And then we'll reevaluate it after those 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks that you're doing 4. Because after 2 weeks, you may be doing it fairly easy because your muscle is starting to get stronger. And so then I'm like, okay, the next 2 weeks, we're going to bump you up to 5 reps. 15 or 5 sets, 15 reps. And then you're back to, oh, this is hard. I hit about the 4th set, and about 12 reps, I start to struggle. That's what it's for. Then, after the initial 5, then it's kind of like starting over. I am going to go back to 3, possibly 4 sets, and then I'm going to take it from 15 and drop it to 10. It all depends on what we're going for. I may drop it to 8. I may drop it to 6. I may do 5. It really depends on what we're shooting for. But that foundation is what I want first. It's going to help everything we do later. And that's the whole purpose of me designing the 15 reps. And there's been times that I've done sets of 20 or 25. 3 or 4 sets of 20 or 25. I typically have only done that with my legs. Your legs are a bigger group. They're going to be able to sustain more. So I did a 10 by 20 one time on my legs, and a buddy of mine said I was crazy. He wasn't wrong. And I did it with, I started out with 225. At about set 7, I had to take weights off, which I don't like doing that either. But I knew that I had bitten off more than I could chew, so I took the 45s off and I put on 35s. So I was doing 205. And I did the rest of the sets with 20 reps at 205. And my legs were jello. I think I had to sit down and lay down. I was doing a combination of the both, just so that my legs could recover so I could get up and walk out of the gym. And that was all I did that day for legs, because I had never done it before. And that's something that, if somebody's really getting into weightlifting and we talk about it and maybe they're off season, then maybe we pull off the weight and we go higher reps for your legs, and do 20 to 25 reps and start out with 3 sets, just to get that the blood flow in there and your legs shocked, basically, because when you go from doing heavy weights for 3 sets of 5, because when you're doing 5 reps, you should be doing about 80%, 70 to 80% of those with those 5 reps of your max, and then maybe on the last one, on set 3, if you're doing 80%, bump it up to 85. And that's all on feel. If you're if you don't think that you're strong enough, then don't do that. And I've even done, hey, we do 3 sets of 5, and then we'll do a set of 90% of your max for 1 to 2 reps. So I've done that too, just to, again, shock the muscle. You're doing 90% of your max at 300. I used to, when I wanted to bench a certain amount, like when I was trying to get 300, I'd pull 300 off the bar and just hold it. I would do that with 350, and I would do that with 405, 375, and then my stuck point was 385. I wasn't putting in the work to get 405. Anyways, be looking for that on Saturdays. Once the sports trickle down, meaning basically after school during the summer, I want to open it up maybe twice during the week. No, I'm sorry, not during the week. Twice during the day. Every day during the week, Monday through Friday. We can do a morning session and maybe a night session. And you come in and we focus on, basically it'd be a workout, but we're focusing on one body part. And say Mondays, if you don't know, is International or National Chest Day. I'm not a big fan of that. So Mondays, let's say we do legs. Then we do just reps of squats. We just do reps of squats, whether it's a front squat, a back squat, whatever it is. And then we transition that, and then we go hit the leg press just to, finish off our legs. And we do maybe 2 exercises, maybe 3. Because the other thing with squat is, I've heard this with a kid I got in now, it hurts his neck, it hurts his shoulders, it hurts his back. I'm going to tell you this. This isn't going to be a long video, so I'm going to tell you this. If you put a squat bar on your back and it hurts your neck, your back, your shoulders, the bar is not positioned properly is one issue. The second issue is your form's not correct. The third issue is you have too much weight on the bar. And I say that because I know from experience. You have to find that sweet spot on your back, because I used to put it right back here on the back of my neck as well. That's not a good spot for it. It does hurt your neck. Body posture. You have to stick your chest out and either look straight or up. That will keep your chest out, keep your shoulder blades back, and then we're not going to bend, we're just going to go down as straight as we can. Naturally, when you go down, your back's going to lean a little bit, but it's keeping that natural lumbar curve. You don't want to go down and then your back does this. That's where people get hurt. And if your back starts doing that, you have 90% of the time it's too much weight. When your back when you go down a little bit, and then your back does the rest of it. It should be down and then up. um, so yeah, and I want to basically, my thought process is getting this back to old school training. You're gonna squat till your butt hits the chair, and then when we get that down and we get stronger, then you're gonna squat and you're gonna hit the chair and you're gonna sit on it. And then you're gonna explode up um, for power. Just little things like that. Doing band stuff, doing chain stuff. The whole taking it out or taking it this summer. If I can't get the gym expanded in time, then we'll use that area to work outside. So, just a thought process. I've already told a few people about it, um, and they're liking it. A couple of kids. I even have a gentleman that said if I do it, he will join, and he's around my age. And that's the other thing. Like I want to as well participate because I want to get myself back to show these kids you can do it no matter where you're at, no matter if you're starting with the bar or if you're starting with 100 pounds or 200 pounds. If your goal is to squat 300, you can do it. And basically, my other thought process is getting them excited about lifting, to where it's not a chore, it's something they want to do. And one of the ways I'm going to do that is I will either tell them they need to bring a notebook, a small little notebook, so that they can write down what they're doing. Even if I give them the program, I want them to write it in the book. I did 315 squat for 3 reps. They can go back and look and be like, oh man, the most I've ever done was 300. And I did that for 2 reps. I just did 315 for 3 reps. And that might motivate them to be, hey, I'm seeing results. I'm getting stronger. So, bench press. Bench press is always another big one. Everybody likes to do bench. I started out at 150 pounds and I did it twice. Man, now I'm doing 200 pounds and I'm doing it 5 times. So my max should be somewhere around 225. So, anyways, with that, I'm going to get off here. I still got things to do around here, and then I also have to run into town and do some stuff at the gym. So, I just wanted to get on here again and talk. One, because I was playing around here on the Streamlabs and trying to figure out how I can make this a little better. And I used the background that I used because it's somewhat green. And then I was like, oh, maybe I can put my image over here. So we're going to see how this looks once we upload it. Hopefully it looks all right. But if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm trying to think of something to get more kids in there as well. If it's I run a business and I have to be able to pay for the things that are in the gym. And I understand not every kid is going to be able to pay for a gym membership. And so I'm working on an idea to try it out for a month after school's out, to where maybe I open it up and everybody gets you come in, I'll give you, as long as you make 3 out of the 5 days, your gym membership's free. If you can't make those 3 days, I'm just going to lock it. But I want them in the gym, and I'm working on ways that maybe we can do that. And if it's not, if it's not free, if you can make 3 out of the 5 days, let's try $10. Maybe we can do $10 for it. And maybe I drop my prices for the students. And they don't have to be athletes. They don't have to play sports. They could just want to get better at something. So we'll look at it that way too. Anyways, I'm going to get off here. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate that the support that I've been getting, and the more support that I get, the more things that are coming. My wife thinks I'm crazy because I constantly want to make that gym bigger. I want more things in there. I want to do different things. Yeah, it's just my crazy idea. Anyways, thanks guys.